hello to you all, guys. I welcome you all to this 18th day session of web development with ASP.NET and MS SQL Server. So I believe we have discussed many things about development, many things about server-side coding, client-side coding, validations, database, tables, fields, and the designing part, hosting of many things. So I believe you guys have all the things clear in your mind. But today what we will do, we will be discussing something about theory part of, which is also a part of designing a software. Now remember, we discussed about a development, designing, and to create a software. Okay. The thing is that all the mind behind the software need to go under a process. So there is a certain process before developing or designing an application. So what kind of software to be designed, how it's going to be, means the look wise, how it's going to be look, and how it's going to be comfortable with the clients, the user. That's all what we are going to discuss in this session. So basically the session topics are about full stack development, analyzing, designing, and developing. All these things comes under a term okay. So all the things comes under a term which is called SDLC, Software Development Life Cycle. All the topics which we are going to cover in this session comes under SDLC, Software Development Life Cycle. Basically there are many things inside software development life cycle. There are many things, but most of the things, the important things what we are going to do, we are going to discuss in this session. Remember, there is a saying called curiosity is the need of every invention. Okay, so keeping this in mind, the developer design an application software, like what need arise so that Microsoft developed Office. And inside of its Office they develop Word, Excel, PowerPoint. They have thought that there is a need of this kind of applications. That's why they have created these applications. For listening music, the company Winamp design a small application to listen the songs. They find that this kind of application is needed. That's why they design. How they come to know that these kinds of requirement is required, this kind of application is required. That's all what we are going to do. And the process and the parts and the different departments in any company, what they do before designing any application, any tailor-based application for clients, that's what we are going to do in this session. We are going to discuss in this session. So first of all, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to discuss with you in a proper manner. So the thing is that what we are going to discuss is SDLC. SDLC stands for Software Development Life Cycle. Software Development Life Cycle. So any industry, any software industry uses these methods, uses a technique, uses a process to design any before designing any software. You see, there are many departments in a very big company like Infosys, Accenture, Cognizant, IBM, HCL, TCS. All these companies have different departments which controls and keep and watch upon certain modules of every software. We all have discussed that we have front end also, we have back end also, we have database also. We have after making the software, we have to test this also, test the software also. How does the flow of data is being created and working. All this thing comes under SDLC, software development lifecycle. So the department and the process under SDLC, the first is PI, preliminary investigation. Preliminary investigation, what is PI? PI stands for preliminary investigation. The second is analyzing. Just a minute. Analyzing. Then part comes from designing. Then comes from development. Then comes from testing. Then comes from updation or modification. Okay, testing, there are two parts under testing: unit testing and group testing. So the thing is that these are the departments, these are the process of creating any application development, a tailor-based application development. The first is PI, preliminary investigation, means PI stands for preliminary investigation, means before designing anything, before creating any invention, before creating any new of your idea, of your thought, you need to investigate something, that the need of that particular application is already there, is there or not. So there might be a chance that Microsoft have did some preliminary investigation before designing Office, MS Office. That's why they have created MS Word, MS Excel. They have did some research, R&D before designing anything, before designing the Office, MS Office, that what could be done to make the daily use work of every single person easier and very easily. They might have done some research before designing MS Office. That part is called preliminary investigation. So every company, every big company like Microsoft, Google, they do have a department of preliminary investigation which investigates, did do some surveys. We all know that Google do some surveys. So what is the purpose of doing survey? They wanted to know from the local people, the end user, what other things could be done to make their life easier, and what much more can be added to their applications, so that they can be design it in much more better way, much more in a user way. So that part is called preliminary investigation. Before designing any tailor-based application, every company do the investigation. Before investigation, they completely load all the data to analyzing. Analyzing is also a department in any in every tech industry. As I said also in before sessions also, that analyzing is the main key feature and the heart of the process of designing software. Before designing any software, the analyzer are the one who get much more greater pay than any of the department employee. Why? You can call them the directors, the director of any application, director of any project. What is to be made, how is to be made, when is to be made, everything is being decided by the analyzing department of any tech industry. Remember that. How the form will look, how the data will flow, how the database is been made, what are fields there should be there in a table, how the fields how many fields are there to be in a table, how the data will flow, how many, means everything from preliminary investigation to the updation and modification. What are modification to be done in futures? Who is going to be paid for the modification? What will be the charge of the application? How to take installments? How the installments will be taken from the client before designing any application? Means everything, every bit of the thing is been designed, is been written on a paper by the analyzing team of any company. Now after analyzing, what they do, they have a separate department for designing also. Means every single thing what they have thought, they have to write it down on a paper or draw it down on a paper. Everything. Because once the application, because in big industries what happen, if the once the application has been made, the rectification of any code or rectification of any system or any process is time taken, as well as it's very expensive, because they have to pay the developers also. So what they do, before go to the development team, they design everything what is to be made. As we all know that before a house or a building is to be made, they made the design on a paper, because before making the house with the bricks and concretes to develop the first floor or the second floor, if they find any mistake or a clause, they have to, there will be a huge loss. That's why what they do, the architect, they design the entire building on a paper and discuss that with the design, with the clients also, with the contractor also, with the builder also. So they came up with, there might be a chances, there is a huge chances that the client and developer and the analyzing team will come out obviously with many changes on the paper. So making changes after developing any software, it's very easy and very effective method to do some changes on paper. That's why the designing team has been kept in every industry. So if the preliminary investigation has been done, means they know what they have to make, then it's moved to the analyzing department. Analyzing department rectified and cleared, and everything what is to be done, how is to be done, when is to be done, what time, cost, money, and everything is been discussed with the analyzing team. Then they draw everything, they write everything on the paper, the designing, the everything on the paper, the data flow, means every bit of the thing, how the software will work from start to end. They have to write it down on the paper, design it on a paper, and after that, when everything has been final, that particular document of paper is been given to the development team to develop the application. Are you all getting my point? Now the developer, you can call it a blind employee of any, it's from I'm just saying that he's a kind of a blind employee from the in any tech industry. He design, he make only the thing which he get documented from the upper body of the organization. Means whatever designing team, analyzing team document all the things on paper and pass it to the developer, he just have to do all the things, means all the coding and designing part what he have got on the documentation pages. That's it. He don't have he cannot question why this, that. He just have to do whatever designing team has discussed and given him on the paper. Now once the application is been made, it need to be tested that how the data is being getting from one table to another, how the report is getting generated, how the user is being made, how everything has been done. That comes under testing part. Now the testing part, before coming to the testing department, what happens is that the developer, as I also do, what I do, I will tell you. Whenever I create a form, I check it by myself. Okay, the small part of coding, the small part of code which I will write on any of the page, I will just test that particular code whether it is working correctly or not. So part by part testing of the code by the developer himself is called unit testing. If I am designing 10 forms. Suppose I am designing a 10 forms, and what I am going to do, I will make the first form. I will check the save button also, the code written behind the save button, the code written behind the update button, the code written behind the delete button. I will check by myself separately for the one form, and after that I will jump to the another form. After that I will jump to the another form. So all this thing testing by the developer, when it is done part by part, is called unit testing. Okay. Now what is group testing? After completing the entire software, the software has been been used by end user. The end user mean to say there is a testing department in every tech industry. They do test the entire software or application after it is been made. That is called group testing. So what they do, the group testing department do the testing very roughly. Means they don't have any mercy upon the application, and they will gonna enter data correctly also, some wrong data also, some wrong keywords also, and they will find out every error, kind of an error, where every little error or glitch they try to find it in the application. From here and there, they will jump from one form to another, again from to some other form, again from not in a sequence manner, in an unsequenced manner. They will test in every aspect. They will test the strength and the perfection and the you can say the flexibility and the efficiency of the software web application. So there are many team members who do the group testing. So this is called the group testing department. Now after that, the last is updation modification. So remember, the analyzing team of any tech department do have a plan for every software when it reaches to the upgradation part or modification parts. Means they have a plan in the mind that they have to create something up to this level, up to a certain level. After that, what will be the upgradation, when will be the modification, updation will come at what time, they do have to decide that also. I'm talking about the analyzing team. So we all know that Microsoft launches MS Word long ago, and every time they launch a new version, they have some new features also, they have some new view also. Means the UI, the user interface, is also a little bit different. So the thing is that the updation and modification team, means updation and modification it's a department, do the work according to the analyzing department what is to be made. So they decide, the decision is made by the analyzer also, that what updation to be done in future also, but it is implemented and in the updation and modification period. It's not a department. Updation and modification it's not a department. It's the same thing. Means a documentation that will have to which will be implemented after developing and testing of any application. So modification and updation means the same thing. What are to be coming on in the next year phase of the application, what will be coming to the 5 years after 5 years phase of the application is being launched, that is to be decided by the analyzer and developer also, and that is called updation and modification, because most of the software doesn't have any ending of updation and modification like MS Word, Excel, PowerPoint. They do implement something more in every new versions of them. So this is the part of SDLC, software development life cycle. So now there is a term which says full stack development. Now remember, about full stack development. What is about full stack development? Remember, these departments do occur the different departments do occur in big industries, big tech industries. But to the smaller industries, what happened, like in our industries, we created MuteBreak. So MuteBreak is not being designed by any big tech industry. Okay, so as we created MuteBreak, so MuteBreak, the person behind the MuteBreak, creating of the MuteBreaks is only 4 persons. So from these 4 persons, we are the 4 who did some research and investigation that what is to be made, how it's going to be beneficial for the students and schools and colleges. We did some R&D, research and development, all we 4, and we all only decided how it is to be made, how it is going to be look, how many tables are to be there, how the fields are going to be done, how the data is going to be flow. We only did designing part on paper. We only did developing. We only 4 did and created MuteBreak. So, and the testing also, the unit testing also, and the group testing also, we 4 only did. And we are keep on uploading, doing some modification and updations also in our application to make it very much flexible. So what I'm trying to tell you is that in a small industries, all these things are being done by the 1 person or 2 or 3 persons. So if 1 person do all these things, then it is called a full stack development. Means, suppose I am 1 person and I just thought that I have to make some application. I just googled it, what are to be needed, how our application is going to be beneficial for students, school and colleges. I am the only person, for example, I am the only person who did some analyzing, I am the only person who did some designing also. If I am the only person, if I will be the only person to design the entire application, if I am the only person to test and do the group testing as well as the unit testing also, and if for example I will be the only person to do some modification also upon MuteBreak, then it can be said that I am a full stack developer. So a full stack developer means that a person who design an application from the thought to the modification period of time. Means a person who thought to design an application and he only do some analyzing also, he only do them designing also, he only do them some developing also, if he only do some testing also, if he only the person who do some modification and upgradation in his application, then that person is called a full stack developer. So this is what the first topic says about the full stack developer. We discussed about analyzing, we discussed about designing, we discussed about developing. So it is not possible. It is possible, but up to a certain limit that a single person can do all these things. Okay, it takes time, but for big industries, if they have department, they have many persons in a single department, it takes very less time for them to decide and then to discuss about about their work. So this is the very important part of an application before designing any application, the SDLC part, software development life cycle. It is not that the software development life cycle contains of only this 6 topics. They do contain many more topics also, but for the beginners you need to understand these are the main topics before designing any application. There are many departments which do only designing for the table also. There are many departments who do only work for client side, means user interface part. There are many persons in a department that they do only server side codings. So inside development department, they do have certain sub department also. What I'm trying to say is that there are many more departments under every department. Means in development department, they might have few departments which sees only for the database, how is to be made and everything is to be made, how the tables will be made. Inside development department, there might be a department which will be working only for client side coding and the designing part. There are might be a department inside development department that will only work for server-side coding. So there might be some sub department under every department, but that will be a very in a deep and in a very advanced. You can say in a very advanced topics. We do have to discuss everything in detail. So, but that is not necessary for the beginners. You need to understand the 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 topics in SDLC, software development lifecycle, before designing any application. So this was the thing which I was going to discuss with you all, the SDLC, because it is important for you to know that what are the stages that the software has been made. It is not that I thought of something, I went to the computer, I start designing the tables, I start designing the form before thinking what will be the outcome. That's not gonna happen if an application is being made by a proper experienced person or an industry. So this was the thing. So tomorrow what we are going to do, we are going to do some revision from the day 1 to the day 18, means today. I am going to revise everything. I am going to do some revision and show you all and discuss with you everything what we have done from the day 1 to the day 18th. I believe you all guys have understood what is SDLC, what are the parts of SDLC, everything in detail. So I will be seeing you guys tomorrow, and we'll be discussing more about the things which we have done in our previous sessions also. So thank you guys, thank you for being with me and staying with me in this session.